Set to kick off.
For the first time in almost 30 years, the big game is back in Los Angeles. Super Bowl 56 underway.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
11 yards there, first down.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the
2nd and 11. From the gun, a run for Johnson. They'll get 3 up to midfield.
Ty Johnson.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Murray from midfield. And he finds McLaurin. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
When the spotlight is at its brightest,
31-yard
and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
1 yard.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. A chance for the first points of this Super Bowl. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
2nd and goal from the 1. Touchdown, Minnesota, with the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
His first carry, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A quick throw now complete to Ross. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 1.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Vikings 7, Ravens nothing.
On 3rd down, it's Hines. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
A yard. It's 4th down.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. John Ross, 65 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. A gutsy call, 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it. Because to me, it was stacked up for a run situation. Strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air. And what a result. Big-time play.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how you fix things up.
He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of the Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. First and 10, Taylor now. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Well, if they can execute the run-pass option like that, it puts the defense in a really, really tough spot.
The running ability of Kyler Murray makes defensive coordinators and players crazy. Because essentially now, you have an extra running back there. So if he keeps it, you got a problem. If he hands it inside, you're probably not ready for it because you have all your focus back on number 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 30-yard line.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a gain, hard to argue against calling it.
On first down, Taylor. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there, first down, Vikings.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're
running the ball at will.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And it takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Two minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. They'll roll him out right. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Pick up at 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Hines. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Given 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Throwing is Eason. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They go play action with Eason. He's going to wind up and air it out. And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Andy Isabella, 65 yards. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute and a half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influence...
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to it. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Murray slings this deep from the... He's got him in. Complete. Well, the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as
just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but it'll be 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. Steps away to his left. A catch by White. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Offense set at the line for this next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. On 2nd down now. It's Hines, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This is Hines. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
Scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
On the play brings up 3rd down and 9
Play action. It's Eason. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Takes it all the way down to the 22. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. John Ross, his second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Aaron Donald just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. This time, Murray to throw it. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. This certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Murray. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ryan Anderson. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They run with Hines. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Vikings' 13-yard line.
And he'll find his way down right around the 12. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we're at the time in the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. That's complete to his receiver, McClellan. A good pickup there, 26 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another 1st down there as this one goes for 25. Murray now on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Shotgun now from Murray. And fights him off. Dancing to his left. And this will be caught by Murray. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that.
That's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Noah Fant there to make the grab. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They run again with Hines. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout.
A gain of 2.
But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Eason off the play fake. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. The Ravens send their punter out now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is taken at the 23. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on 1st down. Taylor. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. Second down, Johnson. And he'll take this one down near the 15. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
He may try and run for this. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Brings up 4th down and less than a yard.
They're going for it. It's Murray. Buying time. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. He's at the 50. And that will write a finish to this ball game. And it's all over. Just one is left standing, and that one is
is the Baltimore Ravens, your Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it. It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all off season, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it. And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.